Hello all, my name is Admin Araisa, and this is my SDAIE lesson plan for EDSU 530. My content area is mathematics. Prior to this lesson, students have gotten the opportunity to learn about geometry in the real world. They're able to identify and describe geometric figures and explain how they relate to each other. In addition, students should be able to solve real-world problems by measuring and solving for the surface area, the volume, and perimeter. It applies to the grade levels of 9 to 12. Content area standards that are addressed in this video, defining trigonometric ratios and solving problems involving right triangles. They're apply trigonometry to general triangles, apply geometric concepts in modeling situations, ELD standards addressed in this lesson plan, interacting in meaningful ways, exchanging information and ideas with others through oral collaborative discussions, interacting with others in written English in various communicative forms, offering and justifying opinions, negotiating with and persuading others to communicate in communicative exchanges. ELD standards addressed in this video are interacting in meaningful ways, exchanging information and ideas with others through oral collaborative discussions, interacting with others in written English, offering and justifying opinions, negotiating with and persuading others in communicative exchanges, listening actively to spoken English, reading closely literally and informational text, and viewing multimedia to determine how meaning is conveyed explicitly and implicitly through language, expressing information and ideas in formal oral presentations on academic topics. Learning about how English works, understanding text structure, using verbs, using nouns and noun phrases, modifying to add detail, connecting ideas, condensing ideas. The learning objective is that by the end of this lesson, students will be able to identify the relationship between geometric functions. Students will be able to solve real-world problems by applying the Pythagorean theorem and applying geometric formulas. I will be doing the into process by giving students a KWL chart, also a vocabulary list, and showing them a video. The rationale for this introductory activity is to help students tap into their prior knowledge by having them think about the different mathematical concepts that students have learned and how they can apply them to this part of the lesson. Providing students with a handout about the assignment and vocabulary list of the mathematical terms used in this part of the unit will allow English learning students to familiarize themselves with the written instruction. It will also help them develop their practice their writing and vocabulary. This is the KWL chart that I will be using in my lesson. Some visuals and the vocabulary list that students will be provided. Good morning, class. How's everyone doing today? Good. I'm glad you guys are having a great day because I'm having a great day. Because today we're actually going to be doing a really, really fun activity. Now, who can raise their hand and tell me what we learned about last week? Wonder Woman? Yes. That's right. We learned about shapes, how to obtain their areas, how to obtain their volumes. Now, what kind of shapes that we learn about? Learn about circles, squares, Most importantly, triangles. What else did we learn? Let's see. Iron Man. Yes, we learned about why these shapes are so important in real life. Now, by raising your hand, how many of you guys have ever thought about designing or building your dream home? Pretty much everyone, right? I've thought about it millions of times. Well, today you guys actually get to do that. So what I want you guys to do is, let's go ahead and break into our normal groups of 4, and then I'll be handing out a KWL chart and a vocabulary list, and I'll explain what we're going to be doing with that, okay? Alright, now that we are in our groups of 4, what I want you guys to do is to think about what mathematical formulas, what mathematical concepts you guys know about. Why? Because we're actually going to be filling out a KWL chart. And what I want you guys to do is, in the first column of the chart, I want you guys to write down what you guys know. As I explained earlier, for example, I know how to obtain the area of a square, right? Now, on the second column of the chart, what I want you guys to do is, I want you guys to write down the things that you want to learn or that you want to know. So, for me, let's say, if I wanted to learn, or what I want to know is, how do you get the volume of a house, the square footage of a house, or what kind of material is better to build a house? Then you guys would write that down here. Now, once we're done with this section, with this unit, this activity, we're going to go ahead and write down what we learned in this process. Also, once you guys are done doing that, I want you guys to look at this vocabulary list and go ahead and write down the definitions to each word. Now, you guys are going to be working in a group of 4, so I want everyone to have their own KWL chart and their own vocabulary list. We're going to go ahead and work as a group and define these words that apply to this section. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and walk around the room, and I'm going to make sure that everyone's participating. I want to hear everyone talking, exchanging ideas, communicating, and if you guys have a question, feel free to do, just raise your hand and I'll come right over. Alright, now that we've done the vocabulary list and the KWL chart, the final thing that we're going to do, we're actually going to watch a video that talks about why mathematics is important in designing and building your own home. This was my presentation for my EDSU 530 SDAIE lesson plan. Thank you for watching.